Been reporting on the growing refugee crisis overseas. A Long Island photographer used his camera to capture the daily anguish, and now his efforts to help have united and inspired his East End community. CBS 2's Jennifer McLogan introduces us to this volunteer with a mission. The story new at 6.
It's the worst humanitarian crisis since World War II, without a doubt. I mean, there's 6 million people on the move in Europe right now.
Doug Kuntz of East Hampton, freelance photographer sent to a project in Greece, so overwhelmed by the hardship of migrating refugees, stayed on as an unpaid volunteer, recording daily life.
You can see all this stuff, you can read about it in the paper, but once you stand in front of one of those boats and just see the looks on those people's faces.
They've just come from Turkey.
Yeah, you can see the coast of Turkey. Yeah.
And how many on this raft?
50. They just keep coming.
But many drowning in the process. While helping at the refugee camps on the island of Lesbos, 40,000 hungry, cold, and sick arrived each week. Posting his photos on social media inspired his East End community back home. Students of Sunday school teacher Joy here collected hats and scarves for refugee children.
We sorted them out and pinned a little red heart on each hat that said, "Love from the USA."
Desperately needed.
And then they fill those 2 refugee camps, and there's no food there, no water, no sanitation.
Kuntz finally came home last week, stunned that so many Montauk businesses, inns, churches, firehouses, libraries are now involved, sponsoring a group of East End Cares volunteers. Bob Miller, school teacher, lifeguard, EMT.
So I'm on my way over. We're leaving the day before Thanksgiving. We arrive on Thanksgiving, and all my bags are packed with medical supplies.
Kuntz will be joining those local volunteers, helping strangers fleeing their war-torn homelands in search of a better life. From Montauk, Jennifer McLogan, CBS 2 News.
The volunteers say child orphans are suffering so much, sick, cold, and hungry, waiting to be processed and possibly moved on to new locations in Europe.